Hello Stock Gurus and welcome to another episode. This is James from Stock Guru. Welcome to my beautiful house where today we're going to be looking at Alibaba, the ticker BABA. We're going to look at the technicals for Alibaba for the long term to find out what's going to be happening for the price going into the next few years, the next few months, and for Monday's trading day. We're also going to look at the reason Alibaba fell massively down from 300 plus down to 222. I'm going to go through that on the technicals. If you're one of my 19,000 subscribers, I hope you're having an amazing holiday, a beautiful Christmas, an amazing upcoming new year, and just a new year full of blessings. We've done amazingly well in 2020, all the stock gurus. Bitcoin, if you followed me from the last 7 years, I've been buying Bitcoin since 2013. If you're one of my students that bought that, amazing. We're at nearly $28,000 today, which is huge, $28,000 per Bitcoin. Big congratulations to many of the stock gurus who bought it in July when I made that video. Buy Bitcoin, buy at $9,000. Since July, we're up 300% now, sitting at $28,000. Again, big congratulations, stock gurus. Unity up in 2020, 300% since I made that buy order at the IPO at $52. Disney up 60%, Wells Fargo up 50%, Match Group up 80%, Uber up 100%. We're just doing amazing, countless stocks. So big congratulations, all stock gurus, really doing so amazing. If you're new to the channel, not one of my 19,000 subscribers, my name's James. I'm a retired multimillionaire. I was an early investor in Tesla, in Match Group, the company owned by Tinder, in PayPal, in Uber. And now for the last 10 years, I've switched my profession in a way, and I've just been teaching investing knowledge to my students. I've had thousands of students around the world, and combined my students have made more than $300 million in the stock market plus. And now that's what I do full time, and that's what I'm going to do in this video today. I'm going to teach you how to analyze stocks, how to check the price of Alibaba, predict the future prices of Alibaba, how to buy stocks, the best prices to enter the stocks, how to not lose money in the stock market, how to not use leverage, and just other amazing understandings when it comes to the stock market. If you want to learn all this so you have millions of dollars to buy amazing villas and have an amazing chef, Pico, and have just an amazing abundance of money to do whatever you want in your life, make sure you take the Stock Guru Mastercourse, www.stockguru.us. It's a website. We get lifetime access to the course for $333. It will be going to $3,000 soon, so jump on that quickly. A big congratulations to Roman69 who won the $1,000 on Christmas under the Christmas tree, which is beautiful. And also, don't forget to join me on Tuesdays and Saturday nights in the Eagle's Nest. I have a mountain in my house at the top. We go up there and we have lives on Tuesdays and Saturday nights. Today's Saturday night live was moved to tomorrow night. So Sunday night live for tomorrow, but normally Tuesdays and Saturdays at 8 p.m. live in the Eagle's Nest. Follow me there. It's amazing to chat directly with you. So it's not just one way, it's a back and forth, which is beautiful. And the sunset right now is just miraculous. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learn a lot. And again, everything you're going to learn here, you can watch it and I can give you fish. But the main reason I do this is to teach people how to fish. So everything you're going to learn in this course, in this video, you learn in the Stock Guru Master Course at www.stockguru.us. Make sure to jump on that. I'm also doing another giving pledge on New Year's Day. On the 1st of January 2020, I will announce the winner of another $1,000. If you purchase the course from now till the 1st of January 2020, I will give another $1,000 like I did to Roman under the Christmas tree. He won that one. I'm going to do it again on New Year's Day on the 1st of January 2020. So one of my students can start the new year off with $1,000 in their portfolio, and we're going to see how they do over the year with that $1,000, which will be beautiful. So make sure you purchase the course, www.stockguru.us, to be in the running to win that $1,000 for your portfolio. So now let's jump into the technical analysis for Alibaba now. So now we're starting the technical analysis for Alibaba. I'm in tradingview.com. That's what you're seeing here. And this is the watch list of kind of all the stocks we've been following a lot lately. Bitcoin, I want to say a big congratulations to all stock gurus who took that trade in July. When I made that buy Bitcoin video, buy at $9,000. Now Bitcoin is $27,700. 27,000 up from 20,000 on Christmas, or 25,000 on Christmas. We're just doing absolutely amazing on Bitcoin. It's now 300%. So beautiful, anyone that took that trade in July. Even better if you've been following me on Twitter for the last 7 years. In 2013, when I was telling everyone to buy Bitcoin, and mining with the supercomputer, we're up huge on Bitcoin. So again, big congratulations, stock gurus. You all deserve it. Amazing, amazing. 27,000. Look, it's climbing right now as we're speaking. It's going to 28,000. It looks like it's about to hit 28,000 today. 5%, but 5% now is $1,300 in one day. And Bitcoin is still my long-term targets for Bitcoin are $1 million of Bitcoin. And I don't think it's going to come down so much. It doesn't look like it's correcting. It's just slowly increasing, even with this very high price. A lot of people are starting to buy decimal places of Bitcoin. You can buy even $1 of Bitcoin, even with this price. So amazing. Big congratulations to any early Bitcoin holders. We did it. We were telling the world about this. It's just the way I saw it. It's just new technology. It's like the internet. Doesn't matter if governments want to fight the internet or countries want to fight the internet. You can't stop the internet. Bitcoin is just a new technology like the internet. And for the first time in human history, it allows transfer of money between two people without a middleman, without an intermediary, no government, no bank, no person in the middle, just a network of computers. So beautiful, especially again, congratulations anyone that took Bitcoin trade in July when I said buy Bitcoin for the long term. My targets again for the long term for Bitcoin are still $1 million per Bitcoin. So we still got a way to go, but beautiful gains, up 300% since July. Woohoo! Today though, we're going to be looking, also we've got a lot of other stocks that we've been watching. Tesla up massive. At $80 when I was telling people to buy it before the split. Now it's actually $3,500 plus. Still up massive if you just followed the video in November when it was at $400 with my target of $640. We hit that, so beautiful. Apple also up huge since that $85 video. AMD also on target to go to that $100 mark. I made a video on AMD yesterday if you want to check it out on the channel. PayPal also up massive since I gave that buy order at $30, now nearly 900 times, 900%, 9 times. But I think PayPal is going to really climb. I'm going to make another video today on PayPal because I think it's going to really climb with this whole Bitcoin news because a lot of people are starting to buy Bitcoin through PayPal. So PayPal is buying a lot of these Bitcoin. Twitter also up huge since that buy. At $28, so up massive there, almost 100% in a few months. Match Group is really up huge. I was early investor in Match from $11, now $150. Beautiful and just amazing. We're doing amazing. Congratulations, all stock gurus. But today we're going to look at Alibaba. The ticker is BABA. Now, if you're looking at these charts and these graphs and it's freaking you out or it seems overwhelming, I want you to stop, take a deep breath, and don't panic. I've taught thousands of students this, and you're going to learn this today too. I've been teaching for 10 years, so I'm really going to be able to teach you very well, and I'm going to simplify it that anyone can understand this. From the most advanced trader to someone that's just getting started, you're going to know how to do this, and I'm going to start now. So we're using tradingview.com to get these charts. I'm using a few indicators here: RSI indicator, stochastic indicator, squeeze mob indicator, volume, trend lines. This is the trend line that Alibaba's been on since 2015. It's been on this trend line, so beautiful. And we're using support lines and resistance lines. Now I'm going to show you how, again, all these indicators you find on tradingview.com. To learn to set up your charts the way you see here, you learn in the Stock Guru Mastercourse at www.stockguru.us. If you've been losing money in the stock market, you're losing a lot of leverage, or you just haven't been making much gains, or you want to have millions of dollars so you can buy nice villas like this and just be able to buy whatever you want in life. That's why I made the course, to teach people to have abundance. And I also teach a mindset abundance. Again, www.stockguru.us. So let's jump into this. Alibaba is the company, BABA is the ticker, Alibaba Group. We're looking on the monthly candles. So each of these candles was 1 month. We're looking back to 2015 here. And it's really, Baba's been very closely following this trend line, hitting the trend line in 2016, 2017, 2019, 2020. It's really following this trend line very strongly. And until that trend line breaks, we respect the trend. The trend is your friend. Always respect it until it breaks. The overall trend of Baba is massively trending up. The all-time high was around $330. Now we're sitting at 222. I really like that number, 222. So let's get started. The way you use this, RSI, when these lines are above the dotted lines, it means this company is too expensive. Below the dotted lines, it means too cheap. So Alibaba back just a few months ago was too expensive, and then it's turned and started to head down on the news out of China about all this anti-monopoly cases against the Chinese government against Alibaba, Jack Ma, and his other company. And so RSI has really fallen down strongly, and same with stochastic, turning and heading down, but they're still open and they're still heading down strong. The overall trend is massively trending upwards, so you do not want to get these little movements down when the overall trend is massively trending up. The trend is your friend. Always go with the trend. The squeeze mob was green, but it's starting to turn red now. And we also have a lot of volume. Now, what is volume? If you were to sell me your Alibaba shares and I was to buy them from you, this would add to the volume. That would add to this volume here. So volume is the buying and selling of shares. So when there's a lot of volume, my saying is, and that's what I teach my students, volume predicts price. Volume predicts price. Now, why do I say this? When there's a lot of volume, as you can see here on Alibaba, quite a lot, But it's been almost consistently since 2015, quite higher than dropped in 2017. Then now we've got recently a lot of volume, almost higher than ever before. Volume predicts price because if there's a lot of buying and selling of a stock, it usually indicates that a lot of people are interested in this company, so they want to buy it. So if there's a lot of people interested, even if they're selling and buying, if there's a lot of people interested, usually that indicates in the long run the price will be going up to match the interest. So overall, Alibaba is trending up and it's really respecting this trend line, and we could see it keep just climbing on this trend line, and that's what it looks like to me. However, at the moment, squeeze mob going red, stochastic RSI coming down, and we've got this big support line. We've got two support lines, which Alibaba's almost on. One here, this orange line, this is a support line. Now, what is a support line? If the price of Alibaba hit it, came down, hit it, came down. On the trend line, hit it, came down. So it was a previous resistance. Then Alibaba broke through. And now when it comes down, it's going to try and use this point as a support, exactly as it did here. See how it bounced there? It hit it and then went back up. So it's using it as a support. So we have one major support line at the 206, and then we have another support line on this trend line. And that trend line is sitting, so we've got two supports, one at 209, and the second trend line at 198. So 209 and 198, not any real difference in price right now, is a very strong support for Alibaba. Very strong support. If that breaks, if this 198 breaks, it's a very strong support though. It'll be very hard to break it because it goes back to 2017. But if it does break, the next major support is here. And the reason it's a support is you can clearly see here was a resistance before, here was a support for quite a few months. So that is now a really strong support at the 134. However, it's very unlikely that it can go down that far because it's got two major supports here at the 209 and the 190. It's very hard to break through, but that looks like where Alibaba is actually going to be going. The stochastic RSI turning down, so it looks like it's going to try and come down to that support. And then it looks like it will bounce off it and then keep climbing and follow the trend. We respect the trend line until it's broken. Again, the overall trend is massively trending up, and the trend is your friend, so it's still massively trending up. So now let's go into a closer time frame. So that's what's going to be happening going into 2023. It looks like Baba will keep climbing, coming down to hit this trend, the support at the 198 bounce, and it looks like it will kind of do this. Reaching, could be even higher, but it's like constantly trending up. And the trend is pretty powerful. If it keeps up on this trend by 2029, we're sitting at $400, but it looks like it will get there before 2029. I believe it will go on a parabolic trend, but we'll keep tracking as the time progresses. So trend line going up, and it's got a lot of supports. That's the two main things that you want to see. Very big support. If you're looking at buying Baba, it has huge support at the 209 and another huge support at the 191. So very strong supports there. 209 and 191, very strong supports for Baba to bounce off and keep on its trend, and that's like looks like what it's going to be doing in the longer term time frames. Now we go into the 1 year. We click down here. Now each of these candles before was 1 month, now they're 1 day. So now we're looking at Alibaba on a yearly time frame. And here you can see this huge spike in volume as Alibaba just pin dropped down, and that's exactly where I drew the target the last time I made a Baba video. I made the target hitting support on this support at the 222. So it did exactly as we said in the previous video. So hopefully you guys watched that video and took that trade. That's why you also need to hit the subscribe button, the bell, and thumbs up button so you're notified of these daily videos and you can track your stocks before any action happens. I have an amazing track record. We've been doing this for almost 6 months every day. So before I was already a good investor. I was an early investor in Tesla, early investor in Match Group, the company that owns Tinder, Uber, PayPal. But now, just because I've been making these videos nearly every day for 6 months, it's just I've become people call me the Nostradamus of stocks now. So let's get into this. So now Baba overall trend still massively trending up on the 1 year. The overall trend is up. We had again this huge support here. Before was a previous resistance, hitting it, coming down, hitting it, coming down, breaking through. So now it's a very strong support here at the 220, exactly where we are, very strong support. And it gapped down, it filled the gap up. Here we had a gap up, and usually this happens very often. That's why I predicted that it would come down to here, because usually a gap up like this is usually filled. Even if it takes a few months later, it's usually filled. So that gap was filled. It tried to even drop further, Alibaba, but then it went back up on this support. The RSI and the stochastic are very in the oversold territory right now. However, the stochastic is trying to turn, but it hasn't turned yet. So it looks like it might have further downside for Baba. It looks like it will try to come down even more. Stochastic RSI still really going down and turning down, and huge sell volume there on the last day. So it looks like Alibaba will keep falling. Even though it is being held on this support, you could start dollar cost averaging now, buy some at this support, but it does look like Alibaba will try to come down to this $198 mark in the midterm. It's even lower, $186 mark. However, I don't believe it's going to go that low. It's really strong support here at the 219, and it's got another very strong support here at the 199. So it looks like to me that Baba, because the RSI and stochastic so oversold, it looks like it'll keep coming down to this 199. Hopefully it holds there. If not, it then comes down to this 189 support going into April 2021. That's what looks like is going to happen to Alibaba. Then it's going to turn and start heading back up again, following its trend line. That's mainly what I'm seeing is playing out here, and it's exactly following this trend line. We don't really need to draw in too much other lines here. It's very obvious that it's been following this trend line for 5 years, and it's going to continue to do so. So again, to recap, it looks like Alibaba will try to fall down more. First support is here at the $200 mark, and then second support at the $189 mark, and hopefully it holds on this trend line. If it doesn't, if more bad news comes out, it can really fall hard. So we're going to keep watching Alibaba, and I'll make daily videos. But that looks like what's going to happen even going into July 2021. First support, you could start dollar cost averaging buying now, but it looks like it will go to $200 the first support, and then if that doesn't hold, next one $189. So first target $200, second $189, and then bouncing off the trend line and continuing up. That's what looks like is going to happen going into 2021. We do have a lot of volume though, so you could start dollar cost averaging now. Volume predicts price. So if there's a lot of volume, usually that means it can fall down more, but it usually means in the long term it's going to go up. So dollar cost average, DCA, as I teach my students in the Stock Guru Master Course, www.stockguru.us, dollar cost average. Make sure you learn it. It's very powerful if you learn that understanding. A lot of my students, some of them have sent me tattoos of this DCA. They tattooed the letters DCA on them because it's very powerful understanding when it comes to investing. I highly recommend you learn it. So that's what it looks like going in the midterm, going to July 2021. Now we click on the 3 months, and now we're going to try and predict what happens from Monday's trading day. Tomorrow's trading day, which will be the 28th of December. Almost New Year's. Big congratulations, everyone. I hope you're having amazing Christmas holidays, amazing New Year's with your family. And on Monday's trading day, it does look like Baba is trying to turn to head back up on the stochastic. It bottomed out on the stochastic, and now it looks like it's really trying to turn to head back up. So we could have some movements back up for Alibaba. It looks like it's trying to hold on this support. Me personally, I believe it will try to come down to this trend line. It's just been following this trend line so accurately. But it could possibly bounce here because the stochastic and RSI on Monday's trading day look like they're turning to head up. So it looks like it's going to turn to head up. The squeeze mob is still extremely red, and we have a lot of volume, so volume predicts price. So you could start dollar cost averaging on Monday and buy there, and then buy at the $200 support and then the 189 support. These would be great buying positions for Baba. If it comes down, you could ladder in and DCA, spread it over the next few months going to February 2021. But that looks like what is happening for the next few months. And for Monday's trading day, it looks like Alibaba is going to start climbing, going to Monday's trading day. See how it bounced off this support here? It's already got a very strong support. So it fell down, dropped off, bounced on the support, and it's got some support there. And the stochastic and the RSI are trying to turn up. Squeeze is still red, but a lot of buying volume after this. So it indicates that people are starting to buy Baba. So it could fall down to here, but 189. However, I would start dollar cost averaging here if you want to start buying Alibaba, because it could do two things. It could bounce and keep going up, or it could fall down to this 189 and bounce. But it doesn't really matter if you're looking at this company. Remember, the stock market is about buying companies for the long term. $1,000 invested in Tesla, when I told most of my students, it is now 40 times its investment, $40,000. Then if you took that $40,000 invested in Match Group, you now have 15 times that money, which is close to $600,000. Then you take that $600,000, you find a company like Unity, which I told you a few months ago, at the IPO at $52, up 300%, and then your $600,000 becomes 1.8 million. And that's how you turn $1,000 into 1.8 million. I've done it with many students, and you learn it again at www.stockguru.us how to do this. So again, Monday's trading day, it looks like it's turning to try and head up. RSI stochastic, big amount of volume, so it looks like we are going to go up. What target are we going to? Let's see. The only thing is you got to be careful. I would dollar cost average down. I would put some buy orders here if you're looking at Alibaba here, and then at the 189, just in case more news comes out of China that's bad for Alibaba. If it does go up on Monday, it looks like it's going to go up on Monday's trading day. The target for Monday will be refilling this gap down, which will be sitting at 233. So it looks like for Monday, it's going to go up 233. Stochastic and RSI are climbing, lots of volume. 233 is the target for Monday's trading day. The second target is 250. over the next few days going into the beginning of 2020, which is beautiful. Now I'm going to show you why you must learn technical analysis at www.stockguru.us. This is why. So here is another example of technical analysis working amazingly well with Alibaba right here. I'm going to show you why. So now you know how technical analysis works. Hopefully you've learned it pretty well. This is but a little glimpse of what you learn overall in the Stock Guru Mastercourse at www.stockguru.us, but it's a great start now. But in the course you learn from beginning to end my knowledge of the stock market of 17 years investing. So here is some indications of a buy. And you would have learned to do this in technical analysis, and that's why it's powerful, because you learn when to buy your stocks, the exact price. So here on the 25th of September, we had the stochastic in the oversold turning and heading up. We had the RSI in close to the oversold turning up. We had good amount of volume, higher than normal, and we have BABA on this support line, all indications of a buy. So everyone you're versing in the stock market, they know this. They know technical analysis, all the Wall Street bankers, all the 401k fund managers, all the investment houses, they know technical analysis. So they all see these conditions line up just like my students do. So they see the stochastic and RSI in the oversold turning and heading up. They see RSI turning, heading up, lots of volume. They see Alibaba on this trend line. They know that it's a buy on this support. So when the price of Alibaba comes down, all the Wall Street bankers, they set their buy orders here. And because they set their buy orders here, it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. And that's why technical analysis is so powerful, because it's self-fulfilling. So stochastic turning up, RSI turning up from the oversold, lots of volume. They all set their buy orders here, the Wall Street bankers. The price comes down, bounces off this support at 270, and then shoots up. And you would have caught a movement there because the conditions are met all here from 270 to nearly $300, almost a 10% gain, more than a 10% gain, 13% gain. And that's why technical analysis is amazingly powerful, because it shows you exactly when to buy your stocks, at what exact price to buy it. And again, you learn how in the www.stockguru.us, which is beautiful. So let's now go look at the news about Alibaba. We're going to do a fundamental analysis on Alibaba. So now we're starting the fundamental analysis on Alibaba. So what you saw in the beginning was the charts, the technical analysis, the RSI, the stochastic, the volume, the trend lines, and you saw the movement of Alibaba. Now what we're doing is we're looking at the fundamentals. So technical analysis, the first main way to invest in stocks, to find out their prices, the movements of the price. The second main way is fundamental analysis, and I'm the only teacher that combines both of these together. So example, Timothy Skyers with penny stocks, which is dangerous, be careful, teaches just technical analysis. Warren Buffett, my mentor, he teaches fundamental analysis, the revenues, the income statements, the balance sheets of a company, which I teach both of them combined in the Stock Guru Mastercourse, www.stockguru.us. So now we're doing the fundamental analysis. So I'm looking at Alibaba stock. I type into Google Alibaba stock and we get this financial information. So first thing I do is I look at what's the overall trend of Alibaba. I click the max time frame, and the overall trend of Alibaba is massively trending up. Let's type in ticker BABA. It's better. So ticker means when you're looking at the NASDAQ or the stock market, you type in the ticker of the company. So this is the New York Stock Exchange. We're looking at BABA. So the company, Alibaba Group Holdings, ADR means you're buying a Chinese company. It's ADR, a Chinese company. But in America, on the New York Stock Exchange, it means you have the voting, you don't have the voting rights. You have the dividends and you have the capital gains, but you don't have the voting rights for an ADR company. So BABA is the ticker, BABA. The overall massive trend of Alibaba is trending up huge. The high of Alibaba was quite high. We were at $100 in 2014, then $307 at the peak in October, and now dropping to 222. To me, it does look like it is going to come to the 208. It's got a lot of support around the $200 mark. It looks like it will form there in the medium term as we showed. However, the overall trend is massively trending up for Alibaba, and you want to always go with the trend. On the 5-year time frame, massively trending up. 1-year time frame, massively, it was trending up, but now it's just a slightly sideways, but still trending up in a way. 6-month time frame, even. It was 200 at the beginning, and now it's 222. And on the month time frame, massively trending down. You want, the best case scenario when you're looking at technicals like this is you want every single time frame trending up. However, nearly on all time frames, Alibaba is trending up except the 6 months. The overall trend though, the trend is your friend, and the overall trend massively trending up. The market cap of Alibaba is currently $599 billion. Now, what is the market cap? The price, 222, which I like that number, times the number of shares outstanding equals the market cap, the total value of the company. The PE ratio is 29 times, which is excellent for a big tech company like this, especially with 600 billion market cap. Golden ratio that Warren Buffett told me is 20 times. So what the golden ratio is, if you were to, so what is PE ratio? Price divided by earnings per share. So the price divided by earnings per share equals the PE ratio. So currently you're paying a 29 times premium on the earnings per share. You're paying, the price is 29 times higher than the earnings per share. The golden rule is 20 times. Why Warren Buffett chose 20 times? It means you're buying a company that is got a lot of interest in it. People see a lot of future perspective, future potential of the company. So they're willing to pay a 20-time premium. So that's a good indicator of a good buy when you're looking for your companies, that it's 20 times. So Alibaba is not bad at 29 times. To put that in perspective, Tesla is currently 1,300 times PE ratio. So very high PE ratio for Tesla. Alibaba is excellent at 29 times, almost the golden ratio, which is 20 that Warren Buffett taught. Next, now we go, China orders Ant to return to its roots in payment services. Alibaba being investigated by China over monopoly tactics. That's the reason we had this big drop. Pfizer and Moderna and Alibaba and the UK border made the news last week. Why China turned against Alibaba's Jack Ma? He was getting too powerful in China, apparently. And he has a tiff with the president or prime minister of China. China launches antitrust investigation into Alibaba. Alibaba CEO affirms commitment to regulate development after investigation. So the main news is that Alibaba is getting crushed by this anti-monopoly tactics. So that's the reason for this big drop in price. Now let's read this article. So Alibaba being investigated by China over monopoly tactics. China's State Administration for Market Regulation made the announcement on Thursday. Regulators have previously warned Alibaba about forcing merchants to sign exclusive deals, which prevents them from offering products on rival platforms. They'll meet Alibaba's financial technology offshoot Ant Group in the coming days. Alibaba says its technology won't target Uyghurs. China to clamp down on internet giants. Single day, 3 million people, 4,000 planes and ships. So it's investigating over monopolistic behaviors, so-called choosing one from two practice. This requires merchant sellers to sign exclusive cooperation packs, preventing them from offering products on rival platforms. China's tech giant, such as Alibaba and Tencent, are facing increased scrutiny by the Chinese government, which is concerned about their growing size and power. Regulators are worried about the millions of users they have amassed and the influence they have over daily life in China, including shopping and payments. Alibaba, founded by the flamboyant Jack Ma, has already felt the wrath of regulators from coordinated crackdown. So last month, it was the biggest IPO in history. They made an Ant Group IPO, and which was previously called Alipay, was forced to halt its stock market listing, which would have the world's biggest launch. So that was the reason for the big drop. And that seems to be the main news. I'm not seeing any other major news for Alibaba. Now let's go into my Twitter to see if we can find any more news. Twitter is an amazing tool for tracking your companies and your portfolio. Now we're looking in my Twitter. If you want to follow me on Twitter, you type in Stock Guru, and then this page will come up. Here you can see things that I've shared. This is student reviews of the Stock Guru Master Course here at www.stockguru.us. Here you can see Nicole. She was down $90,000, took my course, made $90,000 back. Now she's up $700,000. Here you can just see many hundreds of reviews from my students buying $2 million houses, buying Ferraris, paying off mortgages, sending their kids to university, losing their jobs from COVID, and then making hundreds of thousands of dollars from the stock market from my calls, which is beautiful. You can read those reviews there. And then here you can see just things that I've shared. So this is blessed and abundant. I shared this morning with my breakfast and the view from my house. Saturday Night Live in the Eagle's Nest. Yet this morning or last night for American, Saturday night at 8 p.m. I was meant to do a live in the Eagle's Nest, but now I've moved that to Sunday night at 8 p.m. So tomorrow at Sunday night, 8 p.m., I'll be doing the Eagle's Nest live. So this is just very interesting information. Here's a post I shared from one of my students. Thank you for sharing amazing information. Will help us make good money in the future. And you can just see information. This is the information of Tesla is going to enter India in 2021. So lots of sales there. Tesla Cybertruck reservations, 25,000 on December 25. Now we're on 27,000 for Bitcoin on December 27. So a little pattern is forming here. And that's the main news. This was the Christmas dinner. And you can just see it's a bit of my personal life and a bit of, this was Roman, the winner of the $1,000 for the competition, who was buying the Stock Guru Master Course, which is beautiful. So that's the main news for that's my Twitter. And then what you can do, so you can find me here, you just type in Stock Guru, and then I'll come up in the search, the first one, and then you can click on me and follow me. And what you can also do is you can type in Alibaba. And this is an amazing way to track your companies. The reason it's amazing is because you can follow all the CEOs, you can follow the company, you can follow Tim Cook, you can follow Jack Ma, you can follow Anthony Robbins, you can follow Elon Musk, and that's why you get the news even before news agents do. It's very, very powerful with Twitter. So this is 2 days ago. Holy shit, China opened an antitrust case against Jack Ma's Alibaba Group, and that's why we had that big drop in price. Jack Ma's very public rebuke is a warning Beijing has lost patience with the outsized power of its technology moguls, increasingly perceived as a threat to the political and financial stability. Xi Jinping's prizes most. China launches probe into Alibaba Group over monopoly investigations. How many people know those magical words used to open and close the cave? Alibaba. From the movie Alibaba. We're just trying to find any major information. Alibaba getting smack battle of the titans. We know who wins when we challenge the Chinese government. So they got hit by antitrust. Fastest China is one of the most corrupt countries in the world. CCP front co's are unaudited despite that. So that's the main news, that Alibaba is getting audited about this overall this market manipulation. So that's the main news for Alibaba. Doesn't seem like there's anything too major except that. That was big news that they're getting hit with this antitrust. That's why the price dropped so strongly on Alibaba. And again, when you go to my Stock Guru, if you search me here, I come up. You can also go to here, the Stock Guru Master Course, to take the course, www.stockguru.us. You click on that, it takes you to the course webpage. It's currently $333, and you have lifetime access. Here you can see me. Here is a student of mine, bought a Ferrari 430 Scadia from my gains. This is Chuck paying off his mortgage. Thank you, James. This is Stayfly making $330,000. This is Patrick. You can follow him also on YouTube. Great saxophone player, amazing music on YouTube. Just type in his name, Patrick Lamb. He was doing 200 events a year in Europe before COVID shut down his business. He lost his work, and now he's up $100,000 in profits after following me, which is beautiful. David, up 450%. Brendan, got his course, watch it whenever I'm free time. I'm going to definitely teach my kids as well. It's amazing to teach your kids because they have the eighth wonder of the world, compounding interest. Here you can just see a description of the course, and at the bottom you can click to buy it. You go down to the bottom and you can click buy this, and it's currently $333. Make sure to jump on it soon because my producers are slowly increasing the course to $3,000 in the long run. So now let's go into the financials of Alibaba. So now we're looking at the financials of Alibaba. BABA is the ticker on New York Stock Exchange. Alibaba Group, the last price, 222. I like that number. ADR, the ratio is 1 to 8. The bid size is 221, so that's what people are willing to buy the stock for. The ask is what people are willing to sell the stock for, almost the same, 221.98. Volume is huge, 141 million shares being traded of Alibaba on the close of the close. So unbelievable amount of volume, the highest volume stock on the US stock market on Friday. Amazing. The lowest price of Alibaba was $59 on Thursday, $59 in 2016. Then the high was $319. So almost a, 60. So it's 100% would be 60. 100% would be 120. 200% would be 180. 300% would be 240. So almost 400% gain in just a few years. 4 years, 400% gain. So almost 100% gain per year. So $1,000 here, $4,000 here. $1 million here, $4 million here. The volume quite huge. Biggest volume ever before, actually. Volume was quite little in 2016. It's spiking. It's getting bigger and denser. So volume predicts price, as I say, in the long term. Earnings per share, $7.42. Price to earning 29 times, so great. Forward PE is only 2.72. So Alibaba in the future is expected to make a lot of revenue, and it's a very good buy actually right now. And it is on quite strong supports. I mean, you could wait to the $200 mark, but I would start dollar cost averaging from Monday if you really want to own this stock. It's a good buy after this big drop because of this audit. Market cap 600 billion. Shares held by institutions 42%. So now the news. China financial regulators urge Ant Group to set rectification plan swiftly. China C Bank urges Ant Group to set rectification plan. China launches antitrust probe into the tech giant Alibaba. Alibaba shares fell nearly 9%, and Alibaba's Ant Group is regulators' insight. Another blow to Jack Ma's business empire. So that was the main news, the antitrust. So the ratings, Charles Schwab doesn't have a rating for Alibaba. Outperformed by credit research. Argus is a buy. CFRA is 3-star. Reuters Research outperformed. Market Edge is a void. So now we're going to the financial statements of Alibaba. We're going to track their revenues. I'm going to teach you the fundamentals, the financials, how to read income statements and balance sheets and cash flows. Everything there you learn how to do in the Stock Guru Master Course. And this is really why I like Alibaba. Everything is converted in USD, so this is USD values. This is absolutely amazing, and this is why I think Alibaba is a great buy, especially at these supports, as I showed you laddering down on the technicals. In 2016, Alibaba's revenue was $15 billion. In 2020, 4 years later, it's $71 billion. They went up 4 or 5 times. They went up almost 5 times their sales. 5 times. That's unbelievable in 4 years, from $15 billion in sales to $71 billion in sales. Absolutely amazingly well done, Alibaba. Amazing. $15 billion in sales in 2016. By 2020, 71 billion sales. Amazing. And the price did increase 4 times since then, but it's still amazing revenue increases. Unbelievable. Really worth the money buying this company. Amazing financials. Then the net income after taxes is 20 billion. That's also absolutely amazing, because that means they're $75 billion in sales, $71 billion in sales. They're converting almost 30% into profits. In net income after taxes, 30%, 74 billion down to 71 billion down to 21 billion. So they're doing amazingly well in their conversion. It's 30% profit margins. Absolutely amazing. That's what you look for a big company when you're buying it. The main thing, technicals, all time frames trending up. The other in fundamentals, you're looking for huge revenues. Alibaba has tick $72 billion in sales in 1 year. You have huge revenue growth. Tick up in 4 years from 17 billion to 72 billion. Amazing. And you have huge profit margins. 30%. They're turning that 72 billion into $21 billion in profits. Amazing. Tick. Huge profit revenues, huge revenue growth, huge profit margins, and a massive amount of cash. Alibaba ticks all those boxes. Alibaba is an amazing buy with this understanding on the fundamentals. Now let's have a summary of Alibaba. So in summary, Alibaba is an excellent buy. The technicals nearly on every time frame are heading up except for the 1 month. It has huge supports at the $200 mark, even now at the $222 mark, the $200 mark, and the $190 mark. Amazing supports. Will be perfect to ladder down your entries down there and dollar cost average into the price. Alibaba is a buy on the technicals. Amazing buy. Overall trend massively trending up. On the fundamentals, which I combine the two technical fundamentals, Alibaba is also an amazing buy. Massive revenues up from 14 billion to 72 billion in 4 years. Unbelievable. Huge profit margins, converting that 72 billion into 21 billion in profits. Amazing 30% profit margins and huge cash piles. Alibaba has more than $20 billion in cash to buy competitors. Alibaba ticks all the boxes for an amazing buy. I would ladder down my prices and dollar cost averaging, buying some at 222, buying some at 200, and buying at 189 would be great entries down to that overall trend line. Alibaba is a buy and Jack Ma is a genius. I hope you like this technical and fundamental analysis of Alibaba. Everything you've seen here, you learn how to do in detail. If you've been losing money in the stock market, if you've been buying stocks and you don't know the exact price to buy your stocks, if you've been using a lot of leverage, or if you just want to have millions of dollars again, so you can just buy amazing villas, have a chef like Pico, have amazing villas and just beautiful money to buy whatever you want, make sure you take the Stock Guru Master Course, www.stockguru.us. My course and my knowledge has made my students more than $300 million in the stock market, and you can just see amazing reviews from my students here. It also goes very well hand in hand with my YouTube membership. You can see the $99 YouTube membership join button there. That gives you access to my live trades. So anytime I buy a stock in the stock market, I put the buy order, the limit price, the stop loss, the targets for the price, the targets for my trade, and my overall reason for the trade. I put it in the YouTube membership section there, the join button. Normally I'm buying a stock and investing every day almost. And I buy my stocks at perfect technical entries. So usually we're in profit almost instantly if you're a trader. So make sure you take the Stock Guru Master Course, www.stockguru.us, and join it with the YouTube membership so you can see my live trades in the market and start massively profiting. I hope you like this technical fundamental analysis on Alibaba. I hope you have an amazing trading week. coming up. I hope you have an amazing long week holiday with your family for Christmas and a beautiful New Year's. And I wish you effortless abundance and really a mindset of abundance, only thinking thoughts of abundance, never thinking thoughts of lack. Never ask if you can afford this. Never speak of lack. Never let your words utter the words of lack. You can buy anything. You can afford anything. Money is abundant. Always remember this. And again, I teach this all in Stock Guru Mastercourse, www.stockguru.us. So have a beautiful holiday. This is James from Stock Guru, and I'll see you again tomorrow.